Well, it is a sad day for the Queen City. Buffalo police have announced the passing of the K-9 who served alongside Lieutenant Craig Lehner. Lehner died in 2017 during underwater training exercise.
K-9 Shield became one of Buffalo's finest before retiring a couple years ago. He was 11 years old. Right now, we are joined by Lieutenant Elizabeth Baker, the commander of the K-9 unit for the Buffalo Police Department, and K-9 Patty here. Lieutenant Baker, thank you so much for coming on.
Of course, thank you for having us.
So I'd imagine as commander of BPD's K-9 unit, you probably spent a fair amount of time with K-9 Shield. What kind of K-9 was he?
A phrase I would use is he was a hoot. He was a genuinely very solid dog. As a patrol dog, that's what you look for. Working with somebody, a handler and the team, they just bonded really well. Both teams bonded very well.
Can you talk about that bond? Because I think people, the general public, unless you've really interacted with an officer and their K-9, you don't really understand that bond and that it is your partner. I mean, it is your partner. Even though it's a K-9, it's still your partner who likes to play occasionally.
They never stop. So anybody that has worked a dog, whether it was in law enforcement or as a hobby, there is a significant difference between having a pet at home and having a working dog. And not to mention Officer Lehner and Officer Richards, they took Shield home every day after their shift. They had him at home on their day off. So not only do you worry about all the fun stuff that you have to worry about for regular dogs, right? What did they eat? Are they sick? How is their teeth and their shots for the year? But we also had to be concerned about the calls we go on. Fetch. They're going into the dangerous places just like we are. They're going to all the calls that we are. So not only are you wondering, is this the day? Is he going to get sick? Is this okay? But are we going to go home today together as well? And we protect each other, and we work really, really hard to train each other because it's honestly a learning experience more for the person than it is the dog. They're smarter than me sometimes. So.
You mentioned, he spent that time with Officer Richards at the end, and before he retired, what does the life of a K-9 look like after they retire?
Oh, well, with Shield and the Richards family, and obviously also the community surrounding them, he was spoiled absolutely rotten. One story comes to mind, the first time he came in the house, because they don't get to come in the house when they're working often. We're not sure how the integration will affect them at work. If they, come into a challenging situation at home, it can affect them. Fetch. But when he first was allowed, yes, love me, to come in after he retired, he ate their couch.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Mrs. Richards told me down to the wood. So it was an experience.
These
for
dogs are
the
so
first time.
big. I mean, we're also lucky in terms of in an area where police departments like Buffalo and so many others, of course, all this region, are lucky to have the resources available to pay for the programs that are very expensive for these dogs. And the resources that they provide are really invaluable.
I have nothing left. You hit the nail on the head there. That was perfect.
Is there anything the Buffalo Police Department is doing to maybe remember Shield, or how will Shield's legacy kind of live on?
Well, I think it speaks for itself, right? With Lieutenant Lehner, Officer Richards, and then Shield as a whole with the community. But if something does come up, we will be more than happy to share that with the community and have you guys share that.
If people are looking to learn more information about either the program or I know there are some volunteer opportunities too or what have you, where can people find out more information? Because people love dogs and they love to be able to either learn more about them or get involved if they're able at a volunteer level. Is there anything that people can do to interact more with these important members of the department?
Well, in charge of the entire unit right now, other than myself as a handler, is Captain Rogowski. If anybody wants to reach out to him to learn more about our position and what we do, he is more than happy to make anything happen, whether it's demos with schools, communication with other agencies, or people who are interested in being a cop.
And we are kind of out of time, but very quickly, I wanted to mention while you have K-9 Patty here.
I'm sorry. Aww. Yes, you're dirty.
Do the K-9s have relationships with each other? Or they kind of have that separate kind of work relationship?
Sure. It depends on the dog. So it's just like people, right? Yeah. Are you a hugger? Are you not? Are you a handshaker? Are you a fist bumper. Actually, Patty and K-9 Justice, one of our other handlers, his dog, they can mingle together. They can actually even do some bite work together and some training. But they are generally alpha. Yeah. It's all mine. Yeah. So it's not worth the struggle to try and find out with city property.
That makes sense. Excellent. All right, well, Lieutenant Baker, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for the service that you provide, not only to BPD, but to our broader community. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.